Hey, God, oh my God, I can't believe it's another Tuesday. What,
Oh, yes.
Daria? We
Yes.
back
Yes.
live at 5, guys. Oh my God, we are so excited today. We're on here today and we're going to be talking about how to pinpoint exactly where you are in your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can utilize this to pinpoint where you are in your business, to utilize where you are in your life, to figure out if your business is a business or a hobby. So many different things that you can utilize this specific training for. I am Takija Wyatt from sunny Florida, and this is my beautiful co-host, Daria Jackson Legonier from, of course,
Hey,
New York City.
New York in the
Hey.
house. That's for sure.
Yes, guys, if you're watching us right now live, go ahead and hit hashtag live and let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're catching this at a later date, go ahead and hit hashtag replay and also let us know where you're tuning in from. We absolutely love to see all of the amazing people joining us from all over the world. It's
Yes.
absolutely amazing. We have America, we have people from Africa, people from Bermuda, people from Australia. It's just phenomenal how we can have so many people joining us in one place.
Yes.
Guys,
Someone from Vegas is here.
all right. Hey guys, I was just about to say, if you see it pop up and it says Facebook user and that's you, go ahead and click that link at the top. It says StreamYard.com/Facebook, and that'll give StreamYard permission to post your Facebook name and also to post on Facebook, right? That's
Yes.
all it is. So that when
Yeah.
you post, it'll say your name right under
Absolutely. Absolutely.
there. Yes.
So real quick before Takesha gets into it, I just want to give a shout out to those of you that are watching us on YouTube, those of you that are watching us in the group, and those of you that are watching us on our page. We want to say hello to all of you. We are so happy that you are here. Make sure you have a notebook, something to write with, because something that we say tonight is going to give you a spark. You
Yes.
know, will have you thinking of things you probably didn't even think of before, so that you could take your business to the next level. Or if it's going slow, it's turning really slow, to
Yes.
spark it up and get it going, so that by the end of the fourth quarter, you are booming, right? Because
Absolutely.
right now we're in our peak season. And this is the season where people start joining opportunities. They're
Yes.
looking. People are looking. Believe me when I say people are looking. So you want them to be looking for you, right?
Yes.
So what we're going to be talking about today is going to help you with just that. So
Absolutely.
we see a few people jumping on, so we just want to say hello. Thank you for
Yes. Hey,
we appreciate
Janet.
Yes, we appreciate you. Make sure while this live is going, take a few minutes and just share it. Also, click
Absolutely.
it's like a little bell, just to let, so that you will be notified every time we go live, and you'll
Yes.
see it in your notification, guys. You know,
Absolutely.
you don't want to miss any of our lives, because you
Yes.
will definitely get nuggets. Hello. Oh, that's Janet. Hey,
Always.
Janet. Thank you so much for
Always.
coming on.
Yes.
We
Hello.
appreciate
Hello.
your support each and every week.
Yes.
Totally appreciate that.
It's
So,
all, oh my God. Absolutely appreciate it. If
all
you have
right.
any
So,
questions, guys, remember, be prepared. We're going to let you guys
mhm,
do a little quick Q&A at the end. we ain't.
absolutely. All right.
Yes.
So, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, Vegas Phil is here.
Boom. Vegas
Okay.
Phil. All right, Vegas Phil. Hello, hello, Vegas Phil. So we, like
Hello.
Darius said, we're gonna go ahead and we are going to get into it. Okay. So today is Tuesday and it is 5 p.m. EST. And we're not gonna take up too much of your time, guys. This will be a 25 to 30-minute training. And then of course after that we'll be able to go ahead and answer any questions that you guys might have. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie
Good
from
to see
North
you, Steph.
Carolina in the house. All right,
Yeah.
so like we said, This webinar today is going to show you guys exactly how to pinpoint where you are in your business right now. And it's simple the way that you do that. And we're going to give you guys an acronym because you know we love acronyms. We're going to tell you what the acronym means and all of that stuff. We're going to break it down for you, the whole 9 yards. So if you're coming up with some questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you want to wait to the end to ask your question, then once again, wait to the end and put them in the chat. All right. So when you're setting goals, you should make sure that your goals have 5 key components, right? And those 5 key components, you guys have probably heard this before, right? Those 5 components spell out the word SMART, SMART, right? Your goals should be SMART. S. They should be specific, measurable, attainable, right? Realistic, and timely, right? You have to have a time on there. That's what a SMART goal is, right? Because you need to be able to measure what you're doing, right? You definitely need to be specific. If you're not specific about what your goal is from the onset, how is it that you're gonna obtain something? You haven't even made it clear as to what you want to obtain. This is the end result that I want to see. Then you go from there and say, okay, how do I get there? And break it down into small bite-sized pieces, right? And that's what SMART does, right? Because you need to be specific, measurable, attainable, right? Realistic, and you need to be timely. Because of course, what do we say all the time? Right? Action takers are money makers. That's a real thing in real life. I know your mom has told you that before, or your grandma, or somebody. Oh, the early bird gets the worm, or oh, you can't show up late. Everything will be gone by the time you get there. That's reality. That's what it means by timely, right? So we're gonna go through each of them and just go through what they mean, right? Because a lot of people, when you say you have to be specific, the first thing they're like is, well, I don't really know what I want, right? I want to be specific, but first I want to know, where am I? Like, what is it that I want to do? I know there's a lot of things I'm good at. I know there's the things I don't want to do, but I need to know specifically what is it that I want to do, right? And it's like, no, really, would you do that thing every day? If nobody paid you to do it, would you get up and do it every day? You got to be real specific. Like, you want to get up and like a lot of people couldn't do customer service jobs every day. Every day you just couldn't get, because that's, you get cursed out a lot in that in that field. I've been in that field my whole life. I don't know why I love customer service. People say that's why I can handle people. They come in cursing, they leave out smiling. I don't know what to tell you. I like customer service. I like
That's funny.
turning people's day around. Yeah, that's what it is. Something about turning people's day around. Because if you came in and you cursing, you already having a crappy day. Me giving you an attitude is not gonna help you walk out of here with a smile. I'm gonna listen to you because you already feel like nobody listening to you. That's why you coming in with an attitude. You didn't get what you wanted, and now the person that you coming in to talk to got an attitude. And I done spent my money in here. We can go all day, right? So be specific, right? You want an example, right? You want to have, like, how many times this week, or how many reps do I want to get in my business this week? How many bottles of food shampoo do I want to sell this week? Right? What's your goal? What's your end goal? Oh man, within 6 months, I want to be at such and such title. That's specific, right? That's specific.
Right.
So absolutely. Oh, thank you for writing it down. I'm just looking up. So, guys, that's one of the first steps. Once you get really, really specific, then of course you can measure, right? Then now you have something you can measure. So you can't skip the step, because that's what people try to do. They want to skip this step and go to the next step. How are you going to do that? How are you gonna do that? Right? You need a specific number attached to goals. Like we were just saying. How many reps do you want to get? How many products do you want to sell? How many new followers do you want to have by the end of this week? You need to write that
Right.
stuff down. Be
It's
specific.
true.
Check
Mm-hmm.
it to make sure you're on point. Don't just write it down and be like, the date came. I didn't accomplish any of these things. You got to look at that thing. It's like a vision board, right? And that's why,
Mm-hmm.
like we did a training before with you guys in the beginning of the year to do a vision board. Go back and look at that training. There's a
Mm-hmm.
reason why we started the year off with a vision board
Right.
because that is what you're going to look at every single day. And those are the specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, timely goals you set for yourself already. Because you
Mm-hmm.
had to do that in order to make the vision board. You had
Exactly.
to know specifically what you wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
had to do those things. You had to
Mm-hmm.
make it measurable. You right? You need to be able to measure it.
Right. Exactly.
So and that's even if you're an affiliate, you might say, "Oh, I want to get 5 more affiliates under me," right? Because I want to leverage the amount of money I'm making, and in order to do that, I need X amount of affiliates by X amount of time. And everybody's numbers and everybody's goals are going to be different. That's why this training is specific to you. It's about your goals and how to obtain them. And to see some of you guys are still right here on S. You still trying to figure out the specifics of what you want. Some of you guys are stuck on M, right? You've written down everything in a measurable way, but you just can't get past that step. Like, dang, I don't feel like I'm obtaining this goal. Maybe you shooting stars and you just started out, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
just started out, don't say something like, "Oh, I want 1,000 new Facebook friends by next week." For one, something called Facebook jail. You have to think about the specifics. Facebook's
Yeah.
gonna wham bam, thank you, ma'am, right up in the jailhouse, right? They're gonna block you for a little while. You ain't gonna be able to send messages, none of that, because they're like, okay, somebody just friends 1,000 people in a week. Especially if you're new to Facebook, you can't just get on there doing all kind of stuff that vets are doing. That's why when you're
Right.
thinking about your goals, you have to focus on you. Don't look over here at what Daria's doing. Don't look over here at what Takeeja's doing. Daria and Takeeja's been doing this thing a different amount of time than you have. Don't compare
Mm-hmm.
our day 5,000 to your day 53. It's not fair to you,
Right.
right? And
That
so
is
this
so
is
true.
why we're going back. Absolutely.
That's a
Absolutely.
killer right there too. That's a
Yes.
motivation killer when you go out there and you're comparing yourself to people. It doesn't serve
Right.
you,
Right. And it
So
makes you feel insecure because you're
Mhm.
thinking to yourself, man, this person looks like they're killing it. And I feel like I'm drowning every day. Why are you comparing yourself to that person? That person might have 5 virtual assistants. You wouldn't know that. You don't know what this person does behind the scenes. That's why I always say, if you want to know what somebody's doing, reach out and ask them. You'd be surprised every time me and Daria saw something somebody was doing, and we reached out and we asked them, and they was like, "Yeah, I'll show you." We was like, "Really?"
Mhm.
People are always willing to help you get to where you're going,
Exactly.
especially especially people that's on the road to getting what they want, right?
Right.
People that don't really do things in life, you'll find it harder for them to support you and for them to be there for you. But people that are on their way to the road of success and you're on the same path as them, you'll find that they're always willing to help you. They're
And you
always
want
willing to help
and
you.
you want to know
People that
why? Because they don't have an attitude of lack.
yeah,
Because if you're
yeah,
struggling trying to get where you're going, you don't want to tell people what you're doing because you feel they gonna get more than you or surpass you, so you hold on to
right,
it. But that
right.
doesn't do anything but keep you where you are.
Absolutely. Each
Mhm.
one teach one. And
Mhm.
that's a real thing.
Mhm.
That's a real thing. If more of us did that, if more of us got out here and did more trainings and taught people what we know, obviously people wouldn't be as ignorant on certain subjects, right? And a lot of times we blame people for things they don't know. When you join a business, you don't know everything about business. Nobody's, you know what I mean? And the whole world is going to be at you, right? Oh, you should know this, you should know that. No, you should be on a path. You should have a goal, and you should be working towards those goals. Don't beat yourself up. Don't let other people beat you up, right?
Right.
Be specific. Be measurable, right? And so then what's the next task, right? These goals have to be attainable.
Mm-hmm.
Attainable goals. Hold on, my I'm like my whole computer just decided that to act a little crazy. Y'all can't see it. Attainable. I mean actionable. I said attainable. I was rhyme with that word attainable.
Attainable, actionable, it works.
Actionable. I said attainable. That's my fault. The word is attainable, not actionable. Attainable. So of course the goals have to be attainable. It can't be something like I want to be a billionaire next month. You ain't made your first $50 online, but you want to be a billionaire next week, next month. Okay. And people, I'm saying, and we laughing because it is funny, but people really set goals like that, and that's not an attainable goal. I mean, an actionable goal. That's not something you can be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do every day in order to reach that goal, right? That's what actionable means. What steps are you gonna take on a daily basis? What are you willing to do, right? Because you got this thing called the 80/20 rule. It's not just for relationships, guys. It's for business too.
Right.
80%, that's right. 80% of your time when you're doing business, like you get up in the morning at whatever time and you go to bed at whatever time and you call yourself doing business during that time, 80% of that time should have been spent doing income producing activities. The other 20% checking your email, doing it, you know what I'm saying? Fluff stuff. And a lot of you guys don't even know what income producing activities are. You don't even know what in your business makes you the money and what doesn't. Right? So we're going to talk about that. Because a lot of times people don't know which things are making them the money.
Right.
So now, when we're talking about that other 20%, and like I was saying, emails and things like that, what you should be doing with that other 20% is personal development, right? Because you have to work harder on yourself than on your business. You'll hear successful people say it all the time. We repeat it all the time because it's true, and it might sound like a broken record, but it's true. You got to work harder on you, right? You got to get out your own way. Shut that ego down.
Mm-hmm.
Shut this down. How it's going constantly, telling you all kind of stuff about how you can't do it, how you should do something else. Maybe you should quit.
Yeah,
everybody has that. What do you call that? That rod? That what we call that thing? The ticker. Everybody has that going through their mind. It's not just you.
Right. Right.
We all have that.
Real quick, I just want to make this point. I remember when I got started about 12 years ago, and it was always a big deal about getting leads. Yes, we want leads. We want leads. We want leads. But guess what? If you don't work on yourself, you can have all the leads in the world, but what you gonna do with them? Right. So now you got all these leads. Now what? But you didn't work on yourself, because if you would have worked on yourself, you would know how to build a relationship with them. You wouldn't be trying to figure out, when do I pitch my business? You know, or it would just come naturally, because all that other stuff wouldn't be an issue, because you would have learned how to build a relationship, and you would know when is a good time to share the business that you're involved in. Sometimes it's never, or it could be years down the road, you know, because you don't want to work with anybody and everybody. Right. So some people you will never introduce your business to, but you wouldn't know that if you didn't take the time to work on yourself. And that's why
Yes.
it's so important to work on you. So when you have these opportunities that are right in front of you, right here, you'll know how to take advantage of it. You know, we have all the tools. Think about all the tools you bought. Think about all the challenges you might have taken and all the
Oh yeah.
PDFs you bought and you're still in the same place in your business. The tool is laying right there because you haven't taken the time to work on you. So it's so important. You have to, you have
Absolutely.
to work on you. So I just need to say that. Proceed.
Absolutely. And I was just sitting here writing the smart thing again. There we go. You
Mhm,
can say
mhm,
either way though, attainable or actionable, because they need to be
mhm,
attainable goals, and you need to have action steps to be able to reach the goals. So if you're
mhm,
saying that you want to get 5 new affiliates this week, the action steps would be, okay, so I need to get 25 people to a call this week, right? How many people, if you remember, it's a numbers game. How many people do you need to get on a call in order for you to get 5 new affiliates this week? Do I need to make sure I put 5 people a day for the next 7 days on a call so that I can get at least one person a day? Do I need to put 10 people on a call a day? Right? Those are actionable. These are the things you're gonna do, the actions you're gonna take in order to get to the goal that you're wanting to reach. Right? So that's why we say they got to be things that you can do, specific things that you can do. How many three-way calls are you going to do? How many times are you going to go live this week? How many value posts are you going to create? How are you going to um how are you going to get these people to get on a call with somebody on a Facebook chat, right? Because you don't have to do a three-way call. You can do a Facebook three-way, right?
mhm.
A lot of
Right.
people are doing those nowadays because sometimes people don't want to give out their phone number. You don't even need their phone number anymore.
No, you
You
don't.
can reach right out to them the same way they reached out to you, right on Facebook.
As long as they on Messenger, they have Messenger. It's so easy now. It's so.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you believe that. And then, your goals have to be realistic. They have to be realistic. If you know you work a 40 hour a week job, a real job, and you know you only have 2 hours a day to work on your business, don't set a goal of 4 hours a day to work on your business. Don't set yourself up for failure. You have two
Mm.
hours that you can work on your business. Maybe you don't want to use the whole 2 hours because you're still working on yourself and you ain't got to that point where you realize you got to treat the business like a business. So you maybe want to dedicate an hour and a half every day. But that's realistic. You got
Right.
2 hours. You can dedicate an hour of that, an hour and a half of that to your business every single day. Uninterrupted time. Because if that's all the time you have, there's no way you can get distracted in that small space of time.
Mhm.
Right? You go to work for 8 hours a day. We all know. You might be there 8 hours a day, but you probably only put in 2 hours of work. People always mad when you say that, but it's true. People be at work doing everything but working. They don't check their email, they
Everything
don't
on
talk
the
to
on the
somebody in their cubicle.
phone,
Girl, met at the
right?
water and hole, they done went to the bathroom, they done had an extra lunch.
That is so
I'm just
true.
saying. I'm just saying,
That
by
is
the
so
time the
true.
day's over, you done took a bunch of breaks, right? You done talked to somebody on the phone. Your kids done called you 15 times. We're talking about straight time working on your business. And that's realistic, an hour to 2 hours every single day, especially if
Right.
you're working a 9 to 5. If you're
Exactly.
working a 40-hour gig, 40 hours or more, don't
That's
set,
realistic,
don't set goals that are not realistic.
right?
You
Because you
know
do
you
need
only
a
have a
moment
short
to,
amount of time.
right? You
Yeah,
need a moment when you come home. You need a moment to musa. I know when
yeah,
I was working, I couldn't just come home and just get right into business. You got to cook, you may have to do
yeah,
laundry, whatever. Maybe make some phone calls, like personal things, handle some personal business. So you don't
absolutely.
go home and just go right into business. That's not realistic because you need a
Yeah,
moment. And then you have to just set the time. All right, I'm gonna work my business from 7 to 9.
absolutely.
7 to 9, that time is allocated for my business. I'm not taking phone calls. I'm not, you know, I'm not putting the TV on. I'm not listening to the radio. I'm focused. That's
Yes.
that's the kind of thing you have to do. You know, we did tell you that we were gonna, give you some stuff for you to think about and
Yes.
see how you can revamp how you handling your business. And we only at
Absolutely.
number one. I don't know. We may not even cover everything today because this is this right here.
My bad. I mean, I was a little long-winded, y'all. I was like,
No,
listen,
that's
once
okay.
I
But
got on
I
a
mean,
roll,
this
I was like,
right
it's so much.
here, it's important. It's
It
important.
is.
The goals, setting your
Yeah.
goals is so important because
And
that's
we
what
might just
fuels
get
the
to the
action.
through the smart. We might just get through the smart today and
Hmm.
then come
And
back with part two with that
yeah, we can
with
do part
the
two
other thing.
and do
Because
the
we'll
wrap.
definitely need a part two to this. We'll let everybody ask their questions, then
Right.
we'll come back with a part two. So we're already at T. So we're gonna finish up with realistic, right? We're talking about with utilizing your time. And then the other thing is, like how we keep saying, it's a numbers game. So if you know you need to contact 1,000 people, right? Because your goal is to sign up 100 people and
Hmm.
get $10,000 in sales, right? If that's your goal, you got to be a little more realistic, depending on what the first four things were, right? What the first three things were, what your specific measurable actions were, right? That's what your reality will be based off of, the
Right.
S, M, and the A, right? So now, what you want to say is, okay, I want to be able to sign up XYZ amount of people. I want to sign up 3 people this week. Very obtainable, right? You're giving yourself a whole week to sign up 3 people. And
Oh,
you
you
say,
can do
how
that.
am I going to do that? I want to make sure that I get at least, I want to reach out to 10 people a day, right? I want to reach out to 10 people a day. I want to at least get 2 people on a Zoom every day. But I'm going to reach out to 10 people every day. Every day, that's my goal. I'm reaching out to 10 people. I want to get at least 2 people on a Zoom. Very obtainable.
Very
By the
obtainable.
end of the week, that's right. By the end of the week, you've reached out to 70 people, right? And gotten at least 14 people on there. Out of that, you can definitely get 3 new members. So that's what we mean by be realistic. Sure, eventually you would love to have thousands of members under you, but you got to
Mhm.
start somewhere.
You got to start small.
Get your 10 first, right?
Right.
Get your first one,
Right.
then get your 5, then get your 10, right? And just keep increasing your goal. That's what a vision board is for. That's what goals are for. You cross
Hmm.
out that goal and step into another goal,
Right. And the thing
right?
is, if you're not reaching out to people, that's part of the issue. You
Absolutely,
have to be reaching out to people, just being
absolutely.
a person, not hey, so and so, you want to join my business. you know
Because
you
the
want to
answer is
you
probably
want
no.
to
Who
yeah,
are
you
you?
want to connect and build a relationship, find out what they're about, show them
Yes,
what you're about, and within that conversation there's going to be somehow a way that you'll be able to segue into business,
yes.
and then
And
know
if
that
not,
right, and then know that everybody that you reach out to or you speak to, they're not open, and that's okay. Do
yeah,
you know how many people are on Facebook alone that you can talk to? That's
so many.
that's the beauty of it. So you should be having
Absolutely.
conversations each and every day. That is an income producing activity, guys. And if
Every
you're not,
day. And you're
and if
thinking,
you're doing that, there lies the issue.
boom. And I was just about
There-
to say, if you're thinking to yourself, that horrifies me, I don't want to reach out to anybody. You need to learn attraction marketing so others can reach out to you, which is what we teach you guys every single week. How to get people
Mhm.
reaching out to you, right? Because
Right,
at first, when you start out, you might be afraid, but you're not afraid to talk to people a lot of times. You're just afraid to have to be the one to initiate a conversation. And if
right.
that's you, you're in the right place, right? Whether you're afraid to speak to people or you're open to speaking to people, you have to know what it is that you're going to say. You need to know how to build a relationship with them and to keep that relationship going.
And speaking
So,
about reaching out to people, we do have a tool that
yeah,
makes it so easy to do that. So
absolutely.
it takes away from the overthinking, like, oh my God, is this person going is this person interested? Oh, they probably not. You know, you'll be able to just send out the message, a connection message, not a message with a link, try out my system, but just a
Right.
connect, just genuinely connecting. You can send out, we have a system where you can send out messages within 15 seconds. So, if that's something that you're interested in, you can contact both of us, and we can get you show you the system that we're using, because
Mhm.
it makes it so much easier for you to move your prospects through the sales process and turn them into a lead. Because remember,
Absolutely.
a person is not a lead until they raise their hand and say, "Hey, I want to know more." So when you're reaching out,
Absolutely.
right. So when you're reaching out to people, they're prospects. They're a possibility of being
Yeah.
someone that you may service or partner with, right?
Absolutely.
That's what a prospect is. So with this system that we use, it takes away from the fear, takes the fear away, not knowing what to say, and
Yeah.
you could just go out there and just do it every day. And you can knock out reaching out to 10 people every day easily. And then you could just spend your
Easily.
time talking to them in your chat in Messenger, or if you decide you want to get each other on a Zoom, however, you want to communicate further, you'll be
Yeah.
able to do it. But you know this whole goal setting thing is powerful. And I mean, we have like quite a few other things on our list, but we decided today that we're going to park it here, because this has a lot of meat, and just
Yeah.
to allow it to marinate. I mean, look at this training a few times, because when you're making your goals, you have to make sure that you're smart about it. And that is including all these components that Takesha went over with you.
Absolutely.
So it's so important, guys. And this is where a lot of us we miss out, because no matter what opportunity you join, they always ask you, what are your goals, right?
Yeah.
So you may say, okay, I want to make $10,000 a month, right? You may say, I want to have a downline of 100, or 100 on my team. Okay, those are goals, but what's missing? How are you going to
Yes.
get there? This the speci how do you say the word
The specific.
specificity? How do you pronounce that?
The
I
specific.
can You gotta, I know I didn't say it right, but you
Yes.
gotta be
Yes.
specific, and that's missing in a lot of our goals. So we know what we want, but we don't know how we're going to obtain it in a lot of cases.
Yes.
We haven't sat down and looked at our calendar and really blocked out the time that we're going to work our business. We didn't sit down and say, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this. We don't have a DMO in place. All those things is part of the components that Takesha talked about, and that's what helps you create what is called SMART goals.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
so we're gonna park it here, because
Yep.
we're already at 5:35,
So
and
we're at time.
yeah,
I'm just gonna say the last 2 minutes. I'm gonna
right.
take 2 minutes because we already did SMAR. So I'm gonna go ahead and do T for
Oh
time.
yeah, you might as well.
And
Yeah, you
time
might
is
as
really
well.
short. Yeah.
Hmm.
And time is really short, and it wraps it all up because of course the time is, what is the time that you're giving yourself in order to accomplish this goal. So that's
Right.
what the time is, right? If you want to say, I want to give myself 6 months to accomplish these goals, okay. I want to give myself a month. I want to give myself a week. Whatever it is, make sure you're specific. Make sure it's measurable. Make sure you can do actionable steps to reach it. Make sure it's realistic, and make sure you put a time stamp on that baby. Right? Get that thing a deadline. By this time next year, I will not be where I am because I'm going to be doing these specific, measurable, attainable action, right? Realistic, timely things. Boom. And we're going to be back with part two, guys. We're going to be back
Absolutely.
with part two so you can identify and create your ideal customer persona, right? So we're going to go through the SMART one step at a time and show you how to do those things, right? How to
Mhm.
be specific about who you're selling to, right? Who is it? Who is your ideal customer, right? How many of those ideal customers you trying to get? How you gonna get them, right? What are you gonna do every day to make sure that you stay consistent? What kind of
Right.
time frame are you gonna put on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Boom.
So,
Boom.
so
If you
God,
guys have any questions
yes,
about what we've talked about today, right?
this
We'll
is
go
the
ahead and give
time.
you guys a couple minutes,
Yeah,
right?
this
It's
is the time.
5:37, so
Right.
we'll
This.
give you guys to 5:40,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
okay? And yeah, and I'm gonna be looking through the chat. As
Okay.
you can see, I've been doing a little typing. I'm gonna see if somebody's in any of the other groups or our YouTube. See if
Okay.
we have any
Okay.
messages. So
Okay.
that's what I'm
Great.
doing, just going through.
Great. And so we just want to, reiterate how important it is to take a time to do what we call a business checkup, right? And you want to look at what it is that you set out to do back in January. Like Takesha said, look at that vision board. I look at my vision board every day. You know why? Because my vision board is everywhere. My vision board is on my phone, right? Right?
Yeah,
See, right? So it's on my phone. I look at it every day. So it motivates me. When I see me and Takesha there, I see the keys to my car. I see the home that I want. I see the goal of retiring my mom. I mean, I see it every day. So not only is it on my
every
phone,
day.
it's on my computer, it's on my iPad. So whichever apparatus that I jump on,
You said it.
boom, is right there in my
Woo.
face. And then it's like, okay. And what I do is the night before, and Takesha does this too. At the night before, we write down what it is that we need to do the next day. So that when we wake up the next day, we already know. There's no,
Look
oh
at it.
God, I don't know. Especially when you're working, you don't have time to be trying to figure out what to do. You should already know when you sit down in front of your computer, you're gonna do this. I gotta reach out to this person, or I'm gonna do my 10, right? I'm gonna reach out to my 10 people if that's your
Yeah.
goal. Then I'm gonna follow up and go back and respond to those that already responded to my message, because you are gonna have messages in Messenger,
Yeah.
and they're gonna pile up if you keep doing it every day, 10 a day. Before you know it, you'll be spending so much time having conversations, and people I'm asking more about what it is that you do, or asking
Yeah.
for your link, because you're going to just share and help and recommend. That's what you're going to be doing. And then
Absolutely.
and then you may not get a sign up right then and there, but that sign up might happen the next week or the next month when you least expect it. You know how many times people have reached out to me and say, "You know what? I'm ready to get started now." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I had a conversation with them maybe 3 months ago. And I'm like, "Oh,
Yes.
yeah, just say you wanted to, because I'm not
Well,
married to the fact that I had a conversation with you and I want you to, and I need you to sign up right now, you know?
yeah.
So that's the thing. So the more relationships you build, the more your pipeline will be filled. And the
Yes.
more
Say it
people,
again.
they'll
The more
be,
relationships you build, the more your pipeline will be
will
filled.
be
Boom.
filled. Yeah.
Y'all know we
And
finna
you
put that
know,
on a t-shirt.
ah, yeah, so you got to build relationships. So
Woo.
Stephanie said
Love.
something. What did she say? She said she needed to hear this reminder.
Yep.
Thank you, especially about being realistic. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
And we have
we
to
all
remind
do.
ourselves too, girl. Let me tell you, we gotta
Yes.
always check ourselves. You need to check yourself from the neck up. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
You
Yes.
know, and
Absolutely.
even when it comes with our attitudes, we got to check ourselves and make sure that we're being who we say we are and who we need to be in every given situation. So it's the same thing with our business. We need to do a business checkup every now and then. Am I on target with my goal? Am I
Yes.
really doing what I'm supposed to do? Because if you see
Absolutely.
that you got more money going out than coming in, then you know that you need to sit down and really evaluate what it is that you're doing and what you're not doing. You got to be real with yourself. Okay, somebody said, I don't know who this is because it says Facebook user. Maybe you could tell T. It says, I really needed to hear about specificity. I don't know how to say that word, and being realistic.
I think that's
Say
your
it, 'cause
word.
I don't know
That's
why I
your
can't say that
word
word.
right there.
And it says, my wife was listening and
That is
asking, and
Phil.
she isn't on
That is
board
Phil
yet.
Gerson. That's Phil Gerson.
Huh?
Phil Gerson.
Oh,
Hey,
okay,
hey, Phil.
cool. Hey,
Phil, click the
Phil.
link above. It says StreamYard.com/Facebook. That'll give StreamYard and Facebook permission to show your name, like how you see
Yes.
uh,
Okay, Phil. Thank you so
Stephanie's
much
coming
for
up.
that comment. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
This is really this is a serious area right here. It fuels everything. You know what I mean? It fuels everything that we do.
Yes.
Because a lot of times when we join opportunities, it's not like they don't tell us what to do. They tell us what to do. But we're already in our
Oh, yeah.
head saying,
Because we know
well,
better.
yeah, we go and reinvent the wheel and make it harder for ourselves. There's already proven strategies to be successful. And
Right?
we go and we say, no, I ain't gonna do it like that. I'm gonna do it like this. And then where are you?
Facts.
You
Facts.
get drips and drabs
Basically
of a
getting your
sale.
own way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or
Oh, yeah.
no success at all, because you're trying to reinvent
Yes.
something that's already been proven, so that's
And
why,
success online is not hard. Yes.
no, it's not.
It's not
It's
hard. That's why we named it Online Success Made Simple. Because
yeah,
it's
we make it hard.
the simplicity of it is, I think, what goes over most people's heads. Because it's always that thing where people say it can't be that easy. It can't be that simple. I'm not gonna say easy, because not
Mhm.
necessarily easy, because you're gonna do the same thing over and over again. So it's simple. It's like, okay, these
Right,
are the things I gotta do. Well, why was I wasting my time doing that? Because maybe you
right,
thought you felt accomplished doing those things. But if you
right,
just stick to these specific things every day, your income producing activities, right?
hmm
That's what's going to bring you in money. Reaching out to people in their inbox, getting to know them, not spamming your link. Because when you spam somebody your link, they're not going to come back around and be like, hey, I really like that information you gave me. No, they're probably going to ignore you, if not block you. You never want to send out your link unless somebody specifically says, I'm interested, info, send me that link, right? Those things, you know the words. When they specifically say, I'm interested, send me
yes,
what you got, tell me more.
right,
That's when you send out your information. Otherwise, you just getting to know this other person. You a professional friend maker. That's what you are. You a
exactly.
professional friend maker, not a professional signer upper. It's not your job to sign up every mama and daddy and babysitter you see, right?
Right, that's a
You
waste
don't
of
even want to
time.
work with everybody. You don't
That's
even
it.
want to work with everybody. You don't want everybody on your team because you got to deal with them. You got to deal with them all the time. You know you don't want everybody on your team. You can think of
Mm-mm.
5 people right now that you would not work with.
Exactly. That's
That's
the
all.
difference between doing this in working for someone, because you don't have a
Yes,
choice of who you work with. You don't have a choice of who your boss is going to be. You don't have a choice of who your co-workers are. But with this, you get to choose. That's the beauty of it. And you don't
absolutely.
want everybody. You don't want everybody. So
No
don't think you
apologies
want.
necessary, Phil. No apologies
Mhm.
necessary.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
No worries.
especially when, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, especially when we have such a big support group, right? And that's the goal of this entire group, for all of us to support one another. That's the entire goal. So that's why we tell you guys, take the information, take it back to your team, take it back to whoever it is that you think can utilize the information. It's free
Hmm.
information, free training, right? You get to ask any question in the world you can think of, right? We bring experts on. We talking about 6 figure, 7 figure, 8 figure earners sitting right here in front of you guys, and you guys can ask them any questions that you want. Half these
Hmm.
people are number one in the businesses that they're in,
That's right.
right? You don't
That's
think you can learn one little nugget from watching those videos, from listening to these people? Some of
right.
these people are experts in the group, right? You guys have complete access to these people, right? Guerrilla marketing. I don't know anything about offline marketing. It's called guerrilla marketing. You want to know guerrilla marketing? Yeah, Ed Banks in there,
That's
right?
right.
Anything you want to know, we have experts in there. You can reach
Hmm.
out to. You can reach
Want to
out to
know
us.
about
You can reach out
traffic?
to an expert.
Want
Join
to
a
know about
live training
Walmart?
and get your answers right here.
That's right.
We love it, guys. We love
Yes,
it.
God.
This is why we do this every Tuesday. And we love
Every
it. We put this stuff together,
Tuesday.
we go over it, right? We're like, okay, what time are we getting together today? And Tuesdays are like, we're not doing a lot of stuff on Tuesdays. Tuesdays, we got to get to be there for our audience. We want to make sure we look good for y'all. I mean, maybe not the video we do before this video, but when we
Yeah,
come on
we do
live,
our
we want to make
best.
sure,
We
we want
do
to make
our
sure that,
best.
yeah, that we're here, we're on time, and that you guys learn something, and you have a platform where you can come and get your answers, right? In a safe environment where we all have the same goals. Our
Exactly.
goal is to help you be, to help you reach your goals. I'm like, girl, it was stuck right here. That's our goal. How,
Yes.
like we say, each one teach one. That's what we do every week. We don't get on here and say, I hope 30 people get on and they all get it. Nope. We like, I don't care, one person get on and they learn something and they applied it.
We are happy. We are
That's
happy.
all it takes, one person at a
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
Right? That person tells somebody else, that tells somebody else, that tells somebody else, that specific,
That's how it's
measurable, actionable, realistic, timely.
family.
Right
Hmm.
there.
Hmm.
Right there, guys.
All right
If
there,
you
guys.
use those five in everything, you can't go wrong. Oh man, I want to do this. Okay, I got to be specific. What's my type of customer? What's the type of person that would get this type of product for me? You want to join those types of groups, right? You're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're on Twitter, you're on this. You want to join people and groups that are about what you're about. If you're about skincare products, join every skincare product under the sun.
Right.
Every brand name product out there. They sell man, I'd be in all them groups. If I was in the skincare, every skincare product.
And
But
hanging out and making conversation and building relationships.
just building relationships.
Hmm.
This person probably been talking about skincare for 5 years. Maybe they haven't blown up yet, but they have so much knowledge about skincare that they might want to team up with you and utilize your skills put with their knowledge, and y'all might come up with an ebook to sell for people that want to know more about skincare.
Hmm.
I give y'all some ideas all day. Like,
Because y'all, yeah, I
literally,
mean, last week we had Diane Hoffman. Girlfriend said we could start making money today. Today.
as long as you have a cell phone, your voice, a computer, right now today, right
Today.
now today,
No
you can
excuses.
make money online.
No
Get
excuses.
out of your own way.
Today.
Stop overthinking it. What do we
Mhm.
say? The more you think, the less you do. The less you think, the less you know what I'm saying? The more you think, the less you do. The
Mhm.
less you do, the more you think.
Mhm. And a confused mind does nothing. Nothing.
All
So,
right, guys. So
all
we
right.
gave you guys a little extra time, gave you 11 extra minutes. We see that no questions have come in. But if you guys still have questions, feel free to reach out to us to put the questions in the bottom of the chat, any of those things. All right. And we are going to see you guys, of course, next Tuesday, same channel, same time.
All right. Everyone have a great evening.
Bye, guys.